She doesn't always hide her red flags. Sometimes she tells you who she is. The problem: most men don't listen until it's too late. Welcome back to Behavior Insight. If you're new here, hit subscribe and join this brotherhood of men who choose clarity over confusion, peace over chaos. Today we're going to break down 8 dangerous things a woman might say. If you hear them, don't debate, don't argue, just walk away. 1. I don't need a man. When she says this, it's rarely about independence. Independence is beautiful. A woman who works hard, handles her life, takes care of herself, that's strength. But when she has to keep repeating, I don't need a man, it's no longer strength. It's pride mixed with bitterness. See, real strength doesn't announce itself. A tree doesn't keep reminding you that it's strong. It just stands tall. But a woman who keeps shouting independence is often someone who views partnership as competition. She doesn't want a teammate. She wants to prove she can win without you. And here's the problem. You'll never be able to give love to someone who is always measuring herself against you. Everything becomes a scoreboard. Who makes more money? Who has more say? Who's needed less? A relationship built on proving points is a relationship built on sand. It won't hold. A Stoic man knows his worth. He doesn't chase validation from someone who resents him for existing. Walk away. Not because she's strong, but because her words show she doesn't know how to share strength. 2. A real man would... This line right here is poison. A real man would pay for all my bills. A real man wouldn't question me. A real man would accept me no matter what. Sounds familiar? That's not love. That's a test you can never pass. Because every time you jump through one hoop, another one appears. This is a manipulation tactic dressed up as a compliment. It's designed to make you feel small until you bend. But here's the truth. A real man doesn't live by her script. He lives by his own values. He knows what he wants to give and what he refuses to tolerate. The Stoics had a phrase, live according to nature. In modern words, it means stay true to what's right, not what people demand of you. If you let a woman rewrite your identity by forcing you to prove manhood through her conditions, you're not living free. You're enslaved. So when you hear that line, don't argue, don't explain, don't try to defend. Just know she's not looking for a partner. She's looking for someone to control. Walk away. 3. My ex was the problem. Everybody has a bad relationship or two, but when all her stories sound the same, he was toxic, he was controlling, he didn't value me, you're not hearing her truth. You're hearing her inability to take responsibility. Ask yourself this. If every single ex was the villain, why is she always the survivor of these stories? Why is she the only good one in every relationship? The answer is simple. She's hiding her part. And if she hides it with them, she'll hide it with you. The day you disagree, she'll paint you as the next toxic ex. She'll run to her friends, her family, maybe even social media, and say you were the problem all along. A Stoic knows that truth is shared. Both sides play a role in failure. Seneca said, to err is human, but to persist is diabolical. A woman who can't admit mistakes isn't just making an error, she's persisting in blindness. Don't waste your life trying to fix someone who refuses to see their own reflection. If her story is always that the other man was wrong, walk away before she writes you into the same role. 4. I like a little drama. Let me make this clear. When someone admits they like drama, believe them. It's not a joke. It's not playful. It's a confession. A woman who likes drama isn't looking for peace. She's looking for stimulation. Quiet feels boring to her. Stability feels empty. She needs arguments, jealousy games, emotional highs and lows just to feel alive. But what does that mean for you? It means you'll spend your days like a firefighter, constantly putting out flames she starts for no reason. 1 minute it's a fight about nothing. The next it's jealousy she created, and by the end, you're exhausted. The Stoic path is peace. A man grounded in himself doesn't chase storms, he builds his life like a fortress. But if you let someone in who thrives on chaos, you're tearing down your own walls from the inside. And here's the sad truth. Drama never stays small. It grows. What begins as playful arguments turns into distrust, broken respect, and endless fights. She told you from the start. Believe her. Walk away. 5. If you loved me, you would. This phrase looks harmless on the surface, but it's the deadliest one. If you loved me, you'd spend more. If you loved me, you'd stop talking to your friends. If you loved me, you'd do what I say. This is emotional blackmail. It weaponizes your care against you. And if you give in once, you'll give in forever, because the more you bend, the more proof she'll demand. Love isn't supposed to be a test. It's supposed to be a choice, freely given. A woman who uses this line is teaching you one thing. In her eyes, your love is never enough unless it's controlled by her. Stoicism reminds us, the man who is enslaved to passion is never free. The same applies here. If you let her control you by dangling love as a condition, you've already lost freedom. Real love doesn't need ultimatums. If you hear this phrase, don't explain, don't beg, don't prove. Walk away. 6. I deserve without effort. Now let's move deeper. A woman who constantly says, I deserve a man who does this, or I deserve the best, while offering nothing in return, is not speaking from confidence. She's speaking from entitlement. Everybody deserves respect, but respect is built, not demanded. The problem is when she expects a throne without lifting a finger. She wants luxury, loyalty, unconditional patience, yet she won't give effort, humility, or growth. Think of it this way. Stoics believed life gives you what you earn, not what you shout for. A woman who thinks she deserves without work will never appreciate you, because appreciation comes from seeing effort, not entitlement. When she says this, she's telling you how she sees relationships, as transactions where you pay and she collects. If you accept it, you'll spend your life pouring into a cup that never fills. Walk away. Don't fight entitlement with logic. You can't reason someone out of a mindset they didn't reason themselves into. 7. Men are all the same. This one sounds like a casual complaint, but it's deeply revealing. When she says, all men cheat, all men lie, or men are trash, she's not joking, she's projecting. Words reveal belief systems, and belief systems shape behavior. If she already believes men are all the same, guess what? She'll treat you the same way she treated the others. She won't trust you, she won't respect you, she'll assume you're guilty before you've even acted. A relationship like that is doomed before it begins. You'll always be defending yourself against crimes you never committed. Stoicism teaches us not to take the weight of other people's wounds. Epictetus said, "What upsets people is not things themselves, but their judgments about things." Her judgment about men is broken. You can't fix it, and you shouldn't try. If she lumps you in with every man she hates, walk away, because no matter what you do, you'll never be seen as yourself. You'll only be seen as her next disappointment. 8. You're too good for me. Now this one sounds sweet. It sounds humble. But don't be fooled, it's a hidden warning. When a woman says, "You're too good for me," what she's really saying is, "I can't rise to meet your level, and I probably won't try." At first you'll brush it off. You'll think she's just being modest. But over time, it shows up as self-sabotage. She'll push you away, create drama, or even ruin the relationship because deep down she never believed she deserved it. And here's the tough truth. A woman who doesn't believe she deserves you will never give her best to keep you. She'll always expect it to fail, and people who expect failure usually create it. A Stoic man doesn't chase potential, he looks at reality. If she already told you she can't meet you where you are, believe her. Don't wait for her to catch up. Walk away, because her insecurity will sink the relationship before it sails. Here's the lesson. People reveal themselves through their words. If you listen closely, you'll hear everything you need to know. The right woman brings peace, respect, and growth. The wrong one tells you, out loud, exactly how she'll destroy it. Protect your peace. Walk away when you hear these words. That's not weakness, that's wisdom. If this message hit home, type "I choose peace" in the comments. Like this video, share it with a brother who needs it, and subscribe to Behavior Insight for more Stoic truths on love and life. Your self-respect is your shield. Never lay it down.